Hello, unlicensed therapy listeners. I'm coming to you from my living room. I'm recording on my webcam with this thing, so I apologize if the quality is not as good as usual. Also, the first 10, 15 minutes of podcast, the camera on me didn't record, so sorry about that, but it starts up 10, 15 minutes in, so it'll get good. Today's guest, his name's Noah. He's a friend of mine. He's from Detroit. He has a podcast and a YouTube channel himself. That's pretty cool. Check it out. His dad is a legend in the YouTube space, a reptile breeder, vlogger, owns a zoo out there. Pretty awesome. I went there, and one of my favorite things, it was dope. We have 2 reviews this week for the podcast on Apple Podcasts. If you want your review read on the show, leave one on Apple Podcasts on Licensed Therapy. I only read the positive ones, FYI. First one, Yoquero Therapy. 5 stars for 2 years. All I thought Ari did was eat Taco Bell on YouTube. Then I found his podcast and haven't listened to anything else in weeks. Ari balances thoughtfulness with pace, resulting in interviews that are both fun and insightful. Keep posting W's, my dude, from Gloibin. Thank you for the kind review. That's one of the best reviews I've read yet. It sounded like a real review. Good job, Gloibin. We got one more. This is from AHXVJJKFGJBB. Okay, I think it's someone who just jumbled on the keyboard. Great advice, 5 stars. Hey, Ari, been listening about a year now. I put on every episode at work for all my coworkers to watch. Shout out Float Life. We never miss an episode, but to be honest, not sure they are even watching. More porn stars, please. Hey, that's another great review. Thank you for listening. Okay, pretty good. I like the 2 reviews this week. I appreciate it. And, Theo Vaughn's calling me to talk about La Jolla this weekend, so enjoy the episode.
I'm pretty sure that you have a way harder time getting through life than the average person, Ari. I don't know why anybody would listen to this. I know I won't.
Ari, your advice single-handedly broke up my marriage. You're an awful person.
You're 24 years old. Why would I listen to you? Why would you be giving therapy and advice to people who clearly need it? It doesn't make any sense, Ari. This is a horrible idea.
You're listening to
Unlicensed
Therapy with Ari Mannis.
I'm kind of a dark soul and don't laugh that much.
Yeah.
But people who are smiling and laughing, they're just more fun to be around. And I imagine it translates to podcasts like Chappelle Lacey, always laughing, smiling. There's people who just,
we gotta get
they're
into
jovial.
Jovial?
Is that the word?
I've never heard of it before, but I'll go with it.
You never heard the word jovial, have you?
You're Jewish.
Once or twice.
Yeah, I'm not a jovial guy.
Really? I am.
I'm kind of dead inside, sad.
Yeah.
I've come to the conclusion it's because I masturbate too much. I've been saying that the last few episodes.
I'm celibate now.
But you could still masturbate if you're celibate, right?
No.
No? So how many days are you masturbation free?
2. I just started, but I fail a lot. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Yeah,
it's a mission, though.
You know how many days I've said, okay, today I'm going to go 24 hours.
24 hours.
No masturbation. You know how hard that is?
Well,
it's hard.
It gets physically hard and mentally. It's just tough.
Physically and mentally. Because, I'd be restless at night. It'd be hard for me to sleep. That'd be the hardest part, is at night when you get in bed, for me, 1 a.m.
It's really weird looking into a man's
around.
eye, talking about masturbation.
The hardest time not to masturbate.
Yeah.
The hardest time not to masturbate is right now as I'm looking at your eyes.
Yeah.
But the second hardest time is as I'm going to
It's
sleep.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. watching TV. Are you allowed to talk about this stuff? I feel like you're kind of a PG, family-friendly
Absolutely
type
not.
of person.
You never watched my podcast.
I'm just kidding.
We usually talk about Hitler a couple times and
Okay, that's
that kind
right
of stuff. So masturbation's nothing, really.
I'm so excited that you're in LA.
Me too.
What are you guys doing after this?
Honestly,
Should we get food or something? You guys
yeah,
have
we
time?
we can get some food because
I could show you my apartment. I could show you my snake.
yeah,
I know you're not,
no,
you
let's do
know,
it.
that into snakes,
Because
but
our friend, he's got like some doctor's appointment.
you
So-
do?
No, not him.
Oh, a different friend.
A different friend.
Who's your other friend?
I don't know his name. Zach.
Oh, so he's your
Chris.
friend.
Jesus. Call him Zach, Nick.
You've been calling him Zach all weekend.
Yeah, hey Zach, I got some mushrooms for you, bro.
So you guys, you're traveling the coast
Yeah.
from Seattle. You drove here from Portland last night.
Oh yeah.
You're probably kind of
No, we're good.
lagged a little bit.
We got here 4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Woke up
crash.
at-
Where did you sleep last night?
He slept on the floor. I
Where?
slept on the couch like a man.
Where? Oh, at Zach's.
At Nick's.
At Nick's.
Oh wait. Chris. Fuck. Yeah,
Chris
hopefully he
is-
doesn't watch this.
He won't. And
No one does.
yeah, no. I think I got like after I did your podcast, I think I got probably a new 8 to 10 listeners.
That's
I think,
awesome.
I think I did.
Good shit.
This / the video on your dad's channel, where I fed the snakes. That was so cool.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you don't
Feed the
even
anaconda.
understand
What's that?
that weekend going on your guys' podcast
Yeah.
and getting to feed the snakes.
Mhm.
That's like a dream come true for me.
There you go.
Is that?
I've
Gay?
always no. It's a little gay, but that's okay. I'm a little gay.
Yeah.
This is a dream come true for me. Looking at the grass in the background, I've always wanted to sit
Yeah,
in a
a room
studio.
with grass. And a room with grass. You know, a lot of big podcasts have recorded here. Tim Dillon's.
Oh
You're
yeah,
a fan of
Tim
him?
Yeah, I like him. You know,
Not a
he
big
reminds
fan.
me of
Sounds like you said like begrudgingly, like you're not a big fan of Tim's.
No, I'm a fan. I'm just a.
So you won't hear this.
I think I'm probably maybe a little jealous. I think he's really good. That's
What
why.
are you jealous? Oh, you're jealous of how good he is.
You know, like he can really just
I am
click the
too.
switch, and then
Yeah.
you know he's just rolling. He's talking about fucking Trump and Biden. You know what I mean? Touching kids.
It makes me jealous too. He
and
could
then,
talk
like,
about anything
UFOs.
and make it really funny.
Yeah, and he just goes on a rant, and then it seems like he's actually knows what he's talking about.
Do
Like
you
he's
think he has a
selling-
secret process
I
that
mean-
he's kind of keeping to himself?
Yeah,
of
he's-
how to be funny.
he's
maybe
got-
this research or work he does preemptively because he makes it look so easy, like it's all just natural. Do you think it is
He's got the
easy
chip,
for him?
bro.
Natural.
He's got the chip, the
Got a
Elon
microchip,
chip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It could.
That's what it.
Could have made a deal with Elon.
He's what's that one guy, the fat guy that talks crazy shit on Joe Rogan's podcast? He talks all the conspiracies.
Oh, Alex Jones.
Yeah, see, the government wiped his name from my mind, so like I forgot it. But Alex Jones.
Are you vaccinated?
Yeah, I'm vaccinated.
why,
So yeah, I know. I'm recovering from the autism, and
Smart.
yeah, just a little tough.
So for those of you who don't know who Noah is, Noah has a YouTube channel and a podcast. He lives in the Detroit area.
That's me, baby.
He's a funny, goofy guy, and is a new
Porn star.
porn star,
Male on male.
male on male. You say that as a joke. I've had male porn stars on the podcast.
I know.
Okay,
I give the best rim jobs north
Danny
of the
Mountain.
Mississippi.
Danny Mountain was a guest. You know who that is?
Yeah, I
Gotta
filmed a
check
scene
out
with
his
him.
work. Yeah,
Oh, I've checked out his work. I mean, shit.
Uncircumcised anteater from the UK. Really,
Uncircumcised?
actually, awesome guy. He left my. He recorded when I did in my garage, and then we hung
Yeah.
out and smoked a joint in my apartment.
Wow, I'm sure that's
And
all
when
you
he
did.
left, I was like, I want to be friends with Danny Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, with a
I
guy named
want-
like Danny Mountain.
I mean, it's probably not his real name, but it was
Arguable.
He
It
was,
was fun.
the man.
He was.
He's so nice.
What happened? Did he die?
No, he just, he has 2 kids. He's
Oh.
banging porn stars all the time. I feel like
Wait.
I don't want to ask him to hang out. I feel intimidated by
You
it.
can ask him. We can ask him after this show. Let's go hang out with Danny Mountain. But
You'd be like, hey, what are you up to today? Even last minute, that's even scarier.
That's
Not even
sweet.
like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Just be like, hey, what are you up to right now?
Yeah, let's hang out. Let's go to fucking Vicenia.
You want to go to Fuddruckers together?
Fuck yeah. But
They
like,
have Fuddruckers where you guys live?
oh, dude, are you kidding me? They
Oh,
call 'em
then
up-
I don't want to take you there then. I want to take you somewhere
Yeah.
only here. Have you been in and out yet?
Yeah, we crushed it last night.
Nice. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was good.
Be
fresh.
careful.
What?
It's a lot of people come here and say in and out's not good.
No, it was good.
Okay, good.
Animal fries, you know how it is. We crushed it. But I'm not done with Danny Mountain. She fucks guys. On
No, he
video?
fucks girls.
Oh, okay.
He's a straight porn star. I'm sure he's done 2 guys, 1 girl type of stuff. And I know he
That's
has
a
an
real fun.
OnlyFans, and most of the people who follow him on his OnlyFans are homosexual men.
Nice.
So he's not homophobic or anything, but he's straight.
Yeah. Pride.
Yeah. And I'd say I'm the same about myself.
You're not homosexual.
But
You watch porn, gay porn.
I watch a lot of gay porn. I'm not homosexual, but I watch a lot of gay porn. It's the
Yeah.
only thing that can get me off. And
Yeah, it happens.
I just need to be around men a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But
I get it. Well, I'm happy to be here, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate your inviting me. And
how's comedy going for you? Since
It's
I've
good.
left you. I came to Detroit. We did, 3 mics in a night?
there were 3 mics in a night, baby.
We did 3 mics, and it brought me back to the good old
Dude,
days.
honestly,
I haven't done 3 mics since that night. I've done any mics since that night, and I needed to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're like me now. I've been traveling a lot, so like I've
I've been doing shows,
yeah,
but haven't
all right,
done
way
mics
to rub
since
it
then.
in, man.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
But not a lot.
Not a lot. You know, just like opening for Theo Von or whatever. You know, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
I gotta do that once.
Yeah, you did it once. I know.
Yeah, it was fun.
But
So you haven't been
Yeah.
doing much comedy either.
I do as much as I can, but I've been traveling a lot. So, you know, like right now, I don't know shit. I don't even know.
Where were you traveling before this trip?
We went down to Florida and we spent 2 weeks in Florida. I actually did a set in Oklahoma. My first paid gig, actually.
That's incredible.
So that was fucking sweet.
How much you get paid?
You know what I mean? $2 million. $2
$20?
million.
Two.
No.
How much really?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I think, and the listeners want to know. This is, so for those of you who don't know,
Okay.
Noah started comedy a year ago. When
No,
did you
no,
start?
no.
6
5
months?
months, baby.
5 months ago, Noah started comedy. I'd like to take some credit for it.
Oh, no. Yeah, you get a bunch of credit. You get all the credit.
All the credit?
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
I'll take all the credit.
Well, no, you get 90% of the credit.
I was the one, correct me if I'm wrong,
No.
but so how this relationship came about. It's a good story.
It's
I
a good
think.
story. It's a great story.
So I watch a lot of YouTube.
Mm.
I'm a YouTube nerd. I mostly watch men in the Canadian forest building
Yeah.
cabins. That's kind of my favorite thing to watch on YouTube.
I like the Vietnamese one that dig pools with sticks.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah,
I
that's a
watch a
great
lot
one.
of that. Or restoring cast iron pans.
Oh,
I watch that.
getting me
I watched a lot of
excited.
woodworking videos
Yeah.
of men building furniture.
Yeah.
It's just got to be just men doing man stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Big
what-
into men.
Yeah, I love just
watching
men.
Just
this
men.
is a men themed podcast.
Mm.
So
Don't get me.
I went through a phase
Yeah.
where I was watching a bunch of reptile videos.
Mm.
And there's one, probably, you would know the answer to this question. Probably the most subscribed reptile channel on the internet, I would say, is your dad. Would you say it's the number one?
It's
Is there
top.
is there a bigger reptile channel than your dad's?
Well,
I know
don't
there's
if it's-
people who have more on Instagram. I know
Yeah.
your dad was showing a little bit of jealousy about
My dad was-
other men on Instagram.
Yeah, my dad,
But-
a little, definitely, definitely men. But he's probably one of the top dogs. You know, he's got
I
like
think-
a few million.
Yeah, and I think at the time he was definitely the top dog. Maybe there's some
Yeah.
other competition now. This
Yeah.
was Snake Bites TV. This was before he started daily vlogging.
Oh yeah, then definitely that was true. He was the first reptile vlogger as well. There was
Yes.
no other one.
Is
And
there other
so-
ones now?
Whew, as my dad said,
That
"Whoa,
does daily?
doggy."
That does daily?
No daily, but they all vlog. You know what I mean? They kind of all are following in my dad's footsteps in
Yeah.
a similar way. Like they film like reptile shows and they do all that stuff.
Yeah, and I've seen some of them. Some of them are good. Some
Yeah.
of them aren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was a reptile child.
Reptile child.
I was half child, half reptile.
Mm.
No, I had snakes and
Yeah.
no, I had lizards and frogs. Actually, my mom never let me get a snake. But anyway,
Yeah. She didn't want to.
as a man who is no longer controlled by my mom,
Yeah.
I wanted to get a snake.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get a good pet snake, easy beginner
Mm-hmm.
snake. And I watched this video. I think this is the one that got me going. It was the most friendly snakes.
Oh wow.
Breeds of
That's a
snakes.
good episode.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
it was.
remember it.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. You weren't even in this one.
Yeah. He doesn't put me in a lot.
No, you're in definitely a lot. So I'm watching this video,
Mm.
and it made me want to get a Western hognose snake. Got
Oh, yeah.
one, but then I went in a wormhole
Mhm.
of watching your dad's videos, and then I started watching his vlogs when I started, and then I saw you, and you were always the clown of the
Well,
vlogs,
thank you.
right? Would you say that? Have you watched them, or you don't watch
I
them?
try to goof around a little bit.
Have you watched these? You watched only a couple of them?
Here and there.
Okay, so
Alright.
you're not a real fan.
No, I'm one of his best friends. I just watch him and just watch his videos.
It's true. When someone's one of my best friends, I actually have a hard time watching their content.
Yeah.
I more watch people who I don't know. I don't know why it's easier for me.
Well, like sometimes, a lot of times when an awkward situation comes up, like tension in the air, I don't like that feeling. So like I had to learn how to break that as a child. You know what I mean? So that just comes to being funny because if you can make people laugh, it breaks that awkward tension in the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's like kind of how it develops. And it's weird, but it's true.
That's
like,
why you're funny, you're saying, because there were a lot of awkward tension moments.
there always is, like,
But I feel
with
is
reptile
there?
people.
Oh, with reptile people.
And like my dad, and like, my dad's a goofy guy. Like he's really smart with like the reptile and stuff, but he's real goofy and like, like, so sometimes things
Your
get.
dad's definitely a character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
In the
especially
best way.
with my family and stuff, like, I don't know, things get weird sometimes and they need somebody to just like, break it and just be like, yo, guys, chill out.
Yeah, you're kind of like the Joey from Friends in the
Well,
vlog.
thank you. That's a compliment. I'll take that.
You're like the silly, like dumb, but dumb
Thank
on
you.
purpose.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that tremendously.
But the point is,
dumb.
you had the funny bone, and I could see it.
No, thanks.
I was like, that guy's funny. He makes people around him laugh. He makes
Wow.
me laugh. I could tell
That's cool.
he'd be good at comedy.
You know what's weird about comedy though? Is like if you try to overthink you're funny, you become unfunny.
Oh yeah, you got the funniest comedians
Yeah.
are themselves because
Yeah.
they know how to just be themselves naturally.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I agree.
So then I'm in Detroit doing shows opening for the great Theo Von.
The great.
At what do you remember the theater I was at?
The Mullet Man was at the Fillmore, I believe.
We were at the Fillmore Theater.
Yeah.
And honestly, not to sound unappreciative, but at this point, it was the end of this tour that I'd done with him. We'd been doing so many shows.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly didn't even care that I was performing in a big theater.
What?
I was like, at that point,
Yeah.
I kind of had stopped appreciating it fully because I'd been doing it so much. Now that COVID happened,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I should have soaked in those moments so
Yeah.
much more. Like that was what an incredible thing. But anyway, I was most excited is I was like, I'm going to Detroit.
Yeah.
My favorite reptile breeder lives there and he has a zoo.
Yeah.
I'm going to go check out the zoo. So I drive. It's like 45 minutes from the Fillmore too.
Not far, yeah.
I drive all out of the way in this RV that we rented. So I'm driving an RV. I'm like, hey, Theo, do you want to go to this reptile zoo in the suburb of Detroit? And our tour manager, Colin, who's a friend of ours too, I'm like, do you guys want to go? And they're like, no.
Damn.
No, we do not want to go to the reptile zoo 45 minutes away from the hotel.
Yeah.
We're going to go chill and get ready for the show. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to try and squeeze this in. Maybe
Yeah.
if I go there, I could spend 40 minutes there before I have to drive back. So I drove all the way there. I don't even think you or your family is going to be there. In my head, you guys pop in and it's a business and it's just going to be employees. So I'm like, I'm just going to check out the zoo.
Yeah.
I get there. I'm checking out the zoo. I think you guys had just opened a couple weeks prior. And it's dope. And then I see your dad talking to the kids and I'm
Yeah.
starstruck.
Well, don't make that weird. No, he's being a good guy. He wasn't just talking to the kids. He's talking to people.
He's
too.
talking to children,
He's
like he
talking to-
does.
Yeah, like he does.
If it's one thing I can say about your dad, is
Yeah.
he's great
With
at
children.
talking to kids.
Yeah.
He loves talking to young boys and girls.
Young boys in particular,
Whether that's about snakes
but definitely about snakes.
or food or just helping them by
With
all
any-
different ways.
all different paths of life.
He helps kids in a lot of ways. Almost like,
Amen.
you know, there's other jobs that do that too.
Oh yeah,
Teachers, priests,
pedophiles.
pedophiles, but your dad does it too.
Mm-hmm.
And so I see him,
Yeah.
and I never do this.
No.
I never go up to someone, but I went up to him. I was like, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" This is a grown man. I'm
30.
29 at the time, 30 years old, 28, 29. I'm well above the age of a young man. I'm a man. I'm just a man. I'm just a grown man. Not even a young man. If I said to someone, "Hey, I just won the Olympics," no one would be like, "You're so young to have done that."
Yeah,
People would just be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Cool,
Well,
yeah,
well, you
won
are the
Olympics."
oldest.
Yeah,
Like you beat kids.
you beat all the kids. So I said to another, so me, a grown man, went to another grown man and said, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" But he was super obviously
Of course.
dope about it. He's like, "Of course, yeah, let's get a picture."
Yeah.
And not only was he nice enough to get a picture, he starts asking me questions. Hey, what's your name? What are you in town for? And I'm like, I'm playing at the Fillmore, doing stand-up. I'm from L.A.
Yeah.
And he goes, the Fillmore, that sparked his interest.
Oh,
He goes-
yeah.
He's like, that's a big venue. What are you doing there? I'm like, I'm
Definitely.
opening for a famous guy. He's like, who? I said Theo Von. And I don't think he knew who he was. But, I went for it. And I was like, hey, no pressure. But if you or your family wants to go to the show, I got you.
Yeah.
And then I guess you and Lori were in the back.
Oh, dude, he fucking called me.
Oh, you weren't there. I thought you were in the back. He called you.
No, he called me.
Okay.
I was at home. I was probably masturbating.
Yeah,
I was
like you did before.
fuck.
Now you don't.
I'm not
2
celebrating.
days.
2 days clean, baby. But yeah, he called me. And he was like, "Do you know this guy named Theo Von?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, don't fuck with me like this." Because even back then, like, I was a huge podcast fan. I still am a huge podcast fan, huge comedy fan. And Theo is undoubtedly one of the best podcasters and comedians. I mean,
Hilarious.
definitely podcasts too.
Yeah.
Like I saw him live, obviously, because we went that night. But and that was hilarious. But dude, he's got something special with the podcasting. You know what I mean? He's got that fucking.
He also has
talent.
that thing where he can turn it on.
That Tim Dillon kind of switch.
Yeah,
with
he
the
can
chip.
switch it and just be like, turn on
Roll.
this idiot savant, which is really him.
Yeah.
Both of them, and same with Tim. I know them both.
Yeah.
They're really them when they do that. But,
Yeah.
It's a heightened level of,
so cool.
I'm going to be
Yeah.
podcasting.
Yeah.
Let me turn on my thing. I don't know how to do that. They do it.
It's okay.
So,
You'll learn, I believe.
maybe.
Just get the chip, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
They
I
got
need to
that
get the
LA
chip.
Bucks, bro. They got the LA Bucks.
I think it's that, and I think also they they found something that works, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna run with that,
Yeah.
because this is what people want. I don't have that twist yet,
Not
a
yet.
little hook. Maybe I'll never get it. Maybe I will. Who knows?
I really think if you start bringing like little people in here under the table,
There's a comedian named Don Barris
he does that.
who, not little people specifically, but he always has like an army of handicapped people around him.
See, like that's
it
the
is
shit.
fun.
That's the shit right there. That guy got it going on.
It's weird. He's so divisive. So some people, you need to go to the Comedy Store while you're here. It's
Dude, I
not
would
the
love
same as
to.
it normally is, but he goes up last most nights,
Okay. Wow.
and it's a sight to see. But anyway, he has this show called the Ding Dong Show,
Oh God.
and these people are called Ding Dongers, and it's all
the handicapped people.
the handicapped people. And he so it's interesting because they're part of his show, and he brings them on stage and he talks to them and he makes them sing and do all this like weird stuff.
Horrible things.
They're not. It's not horrible, but he is mean to them on stage. Like he'll be like, "You come on, you can do better," and like yells at them. Kinda.
Yeah.
And if you watch it,
Yeah.
it's very entertaining. And on one hand, you might go, some people have the reaction is, "This is really mean
Yeah.
to these people." But what they don't realize, here's why it's not mean.
Okay. I'm ready.
First off, he pays them.
Good.
Not a lot, I'm sure, but he
No.
doesn't make a lot. He probably doesn't make money on that show.
Sure.
Secondly, this show is the highlight of these people's lives.
Oh yeah.
Like when you talk to them off stage, I've talked to them because they hang around the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, what are you up to?" They're like, "Just getting ready for the Ding Dong show next week. We got a big show." Like this is who they are. They're
Yeah.
ding dongers.
That's awesome.
So when you think, "Oh, that's mean, he shouldn't use these handicapped people like that," he's actually like giving them purpose in
Good.
life. And they don't have, it's not like he forces them to be there either.
No, I don't
They
think
love
you
it.
can legally do that.
Yeah,
like,
not
just, like,
legally.
to
And he
take
doesn't
them.
even illegally do it. He just doesn't do that.
He doesn't do that.
So
at all.
it's actually, in my opinion, when I break it down, not a mean thing.
no.
But back to the story of meeting you. So your dad calls you, "Hey,
Yep.
I met," so what is he's like, "This guy's here," and
He
he's
said
opening
Ari.
Ari.
He said Ari. I said
Ari Shaffir?
Ari Shaffir.
And he's like, "No, not that."
He said
No,
Mannis. I was like, who the fuck is that? no. And I was like,
I don't know who that is.
and I was
but-
like, we gotta go right now because the show is about to start. He gets home. We head straight to the theater. We're sitting there, dude. We got like front row tickets. We're
yeah,
like
good seats.
2-3 rows back.
I said hi to you guys before the show. I think
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, good to see you guys. Sorry if I offend you."
yeah,
I said that,
exactly.
yeah.
We're chill. They live with me, so they're
And then that
always
was also a
offended.
weird moment for me
Uh-huh.
because I'd met your dad.
Yeah.
Giving him the tickets.
Yeah.
I know who you and your mom are just from watching you guys in videos, but I'm like saying hi to you guys. That's just a weird moment. You know what I mean?
This thing gets weirder, bro.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
It gets weirder than that?
It gets weirder. Wait for this.
Okay.
So you introduce yourself, blah, blah, blah. We're like, oh, man, this is so cool. You go backstage. The show's about to start. Ooh, we're getting excited. Boom. All of a sudden, who walks in next to me? Daddy Longneck.
Oh, yeah. Daddy Longneck was there.
Daddy
Does he live around there?
He lives in Flint, bro. Look at that
He
neck.
he does live in Flint.
He's drinking
yeah.
that tap water to the dome, and his neck's fucking grown 16 inches. He sits next to me. He's got an arrow pointed up, lick me. I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. I'm sitting next to Daddy
He's
Longneck.
literally sitting next to you guys.
Right next to
And
me.
do you say anything, Noah?
No.
No. You don't say, hey, what's up, Noah?
No, bro. I
Do you
couldn't
think
talk to
he
him.
knew?
I didn't even
like
know if
you
he
knew
know
who he was.
English.
He probably didn't know who you were.
He definitely didn't know who I was.
He's not a big reptile guy.
I wasn't even sure if he spoke English.
Barely does.
That's what I mean. Like
He does, but
He does?
he. To be honest, so I've met him twice. I don't think he
Ding-dong?
would remember me.
Is he a ding-donger?
He could be.
He could be a
He
ding-donger.
definitely could be.
Yeah.
And you know, I wouldn't call myself a fan of his, but he's a goofy guy. I've watched some of his videos.
Yeah.
I've seen him talking to Theo. He's seen me perform, I think, twice now.
Yeah.
So I like went up to him one time and I was like, "Hey, nice to meet you, man. I'm Ari."
Yeah.
Not a friendly guy at all.
Really?
I mean, maybe he's just shy. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
That's
Maybe I could see him being
probably.
a shy person.
When you got a long neck like that.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people are going up to him all the time trying to take advantage of him. And all, who knows?
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He had seen me perform. He knew who I was at this point, at least a little bit.
One of my favorite videos
Wasn't
of him
friendly.
is when he was writing this to I don't even know how to say it anymore with this PC culture. A fat
Say-
girl. He was riding a fat girl, right?
Like she was on all fours,
all fours
and he's riding her like
on her back. She was probably a light 500. So like, you know, like at
Oh,
this
this is a big woman.
yeah, I wouldn't call like
this isn't a fat girl. This is a
exactly. She's a fat girl. Like
yeah.
and there's nothing wrong with that. I'll still smash.
You would?
know? Oh my god, yes.
No, you would not.
My uncle gave me a motto as a child: more cushion for the pushing.
You
right?
would. So if you weren't celibate and
Yeah,
a
yeah, I'm celibate.
500-pound woman said, "Hey Noah,
Yeah.
can we go back to my room and you just take me to Pound Town?"
Yeah, I
You
gotta
would do it?
I gotta smell the panini and just make sure that's it's fresh. But if shit's fresh, it doesn't smell like mushrooms.
Oh,
or,
so she's clean.
If she's
If
clean,
she is recently bathed,
check a roll, make sure there's nothing growing under there. You know what I mean? Like make
You
sure it's a
would.
clean woman.
Wow,
I'll hit.
good for you.
I mean, dude, listen, there's a couple mottos I can share with you.
Would you have sex with one of her rolls?
Yeah, of course. That's how
You'd go
start
between
it.
the rolls.
You put your balls in between them, smash it up.
Would
a
you do
little
this,
bit.
Dominic?
Oh, most definitely, yes.
You would
It's a
too.
Detroit thing, yeah.
It's a
Seriously?
It's a Detroit
I'm
thing.
I'm being real right now.
Oh, it is.
You would.
We all
Everyone from
fuck.
Detroit would have sex with an obese woman.
Oh, most definitely.
Dude,
What?
I grew up in the wrong spot.
You wouldn't?
I grew up in San Diego. I actually am the
fuck's wrong with
opposite.
you?
I only like skinny girls. If a girl is even mildly overweight,
That is the
I'm
most
shallow.
disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That's so white male of you.
And I'm mildly overweight. I have a dad bod.
Yeah, I know. Like it's like you can pick.
But yeah, if a girl has the equivalent body to me, if she has
Yeah,
a female version of my body, too big for me.
bro, that's disgusting of you.
I need her to look like you, but a female.
Yeah.
Not
But-
you, but you.
Yeah, I'm gonna share another motto of my uncle's. Rest in peace.
What was his name?
Lee.
Lee.
Alihio.
I remember him.
Alihio.
Yeah.
He was a Native American.
No, he wasn't.
I swear to God,
How do you have? You're white.
I'm white, but my grandma divorced and married another Native American man on
Okay,
the
I stand
res.
corrected.
And then she banged him a couple times, popped a few babies out that old snatch, and then
Now let me
my
ask you
uncles.
this: were you close with your uncle?
fuck
Your
yeah.
Native American uncle?
Fuck yeah.
Now they recently changed the name of the Cleveland Indians.
Yeah.
Was he passionate about that? Did he care? Because
Bro, he
in
didn't
my
give a
head, I
fuck.
don't have any Native Americans in my life to ask this,
Dude.
but I feel like how many Native Americans give a shit about the Cleveland Indians?
Bro, if they don't give a shit, they weren't offended. At least my family wasn't offended. And if anything, they were probably like, yeah, we're represented by a sports team.
That's what I'm thinking. Same thing with the what was the NFL team? The Chiefs.
The Chiefs, bro.
Like in my head, if anything, these teams bring awareness to the culture and
Awareness.
to the horrible things that white people did when we
Coming from a white
came here
man.
and conquered this country.
Conquered it.
I think now that we don't have the Chiefs or the Indians, as a child,
Sorry.
good for you. As a as a child, for me, I was really into baseball and sports.
That burp smelled.
I'm glad I don't have that good of smelling. And the name Indians really made me think about it and made me think, oh yeah, okay, there were Indians here. That's how they got the name. And it's not, now they're not called Indians, they're called Native Americans. It legit taught me things. Yeah. And I feel like this PC culture is actually, in this instance, might even hurting the historical fact that we came here and took America and were horrible to the Native Americans.
Yeah, they're just trying to wipe them off the face of the earth now. Like pretty soon those motorcycles.
Yeah, it's going to be
called Indian
ancient
motorcycles.
history. Because it's really not that long ago when we came here and slaughtered the Native American race.
A few hundred
years ago, right?
Yeah, we slaughtered Native Americans and we enslaved African Americans.
Yeah, so it was not that long ago.
No.
But now that there's no teams with their name, I feel like when you teach this to kids, it's going to be, oh, this was long ago.
Check this out, though.
Yeah.
There's no team like the Sacramento Slaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it the same thing? Or is it a little different?
I'm sure. I don't know.
I don't either.
That's a good question. I think it's different.
I think it's a little different.
It's a little different.
I do.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think like we're the ones that should figure out this problem.
Who should?
People with a little more skin tone.
You're saying this discussion should be between Native Americans?
Yeah.
Or at least us and a Native American, not just us.
I mean, one white guy.
Listen, I don't subscribe.
There's got to be one.
This is a thing that happens a lot in this PC culture too, where someone will say, you don't get to talk about this because you're a straight white guy. You don't get to have an opinion about gay people. That's true. You don't get to have an opinion about women or all these things. I'm like, I can still talk about it and voice my opinions. That's crazy to say you don't get to talk about it. Maybe you could say, hey, you can talk about it, but really, I respect that. Really, you should talk about it also with a Native American. I don't have a Native American to talk about it
I can make
with.
a phone call. I got a few in my contact list.
I wish they were here. I don't do Zoom interviews.
That's okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I interrupted your story about your Native American uncle.
No,
we went on a tangent here.
One of his mottos, more cushion for the pushing.
Mm-hmm. So that's not his, just so you know.
I know it, no, but it's a motto.
You know what I mean? That's a known motto.
It's a known motto. Yeah. That's not the good one.
I'm just clarifying that your uncle didn't come up with that. God. He'd be famous.
Dude, listen. All right.
But maybe he did.
He didn't come up with it, but he lived by it.
He used it.
He lived by it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so do you.
And so do I.
Yeah.
But the one that really hits home, like, bro, it's deep in this heart. Fat chicks are like scooters. They're fun to ride, but you don't want to be seen riding them.
Now,
okay,
I would like to go into this.
Yeah.
If I like I said, and I'm not just saying this for the podcast, I don't live by that motto. I truly I'm not attracted to big women. I wish I was.
Like if Lizzo came up, shaking those flapjack
titties. Is Lizzo a big woman? I don't even know.
You don't know Lizzo?
I thought Lizzo was a guy.
Dom, Google that shit real quick. Show her, please.
Who's Lizzo?
So she's this beautiful African-American queen, all right? She's probably a few bills.
Like a few hundred pounds?
A few bills, yeah.
Yeah. Big lady.
Big girl, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, but she shakes it, bro.
She's got curves.
And let me tell you, it shakes. It quakes. She's shaking it. She likes to be naked too. And so
like fully naked?
Dude, yes. I'm telling you, bro. Oh my God. You're getting me all riled up.
It's because you're celibate. You're all horny and shit now. You haven't jerked off in 2 days.
I know. These big girls, bro.
You shared a room with them.
They'll hit you with the double fucking and then they ride like a motherfucker.
I've heard they're incredible at,
they grab you by your shoulders, Ari.
I've heard
and they just go woo, 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 and then you're busting. You got 3 children. It's fucked up. But dude, what do you mean,
I'm not into it. I'm sorry. But here's what I was gonna say. If I was into it, I would own that shit. I don't give a shit. Yeah. I'd have a fat girl with me everywhere I went, one on each arm. Dude, if I was into big girls, okay, so like a big fantasy of mine is threesomes.
A big fantasy, no pun intended.
Yeah, something that I would like to have more of is threesomes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which is contradictory because I would also like to find true love, but I would like both.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Until I find true love, I would like to have threesomes,
Well,
but I have a hard enough time finding twosomes.
Call
But
Chrissy Mountains.
who's that? Oh, Danny Mountain.
Danny Mountains.
Yeah, true. I need to hang out with Danny Mountain more. But
You'll get a threesome.
if I was in a big women, dude, this is in my confident head,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'd be having threesomes all day.
Oh yeah.
I could pull big women, I feel like.
Yeah. No,
could do it.
anyone can. That's the best part. You just show a little respect, show a little love.
Their standards are a little, typically, not all of them, but I'll just say this. I get a lot of big women in my DMs. And just so you guys
Got to
know,
go for a ride,
because I
bro.
feel like I'm coming off as kind of a dick towards big women.
Yeah, you are.
I'd be friends with them. I love them. I just don't want to be with them sexually. That's all.
All I'm saying, dude, is when you got your hands around that fucking full moon, them big old cheeks, and you're just rattling. There's something fun about the clap back. It's like waves. It's the cheeks, they wave.
Yeah.
It's like a waterbed. It's like you're fucking a live waterbed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I do. I could picture it.
And it feels good. There's a lot of cushion, bro.
I believe that.
And it's just comfortable. They cuddle you. They eat a lot. So
Yeah, they
there's
probably
always
cook for you, ordering food. Hey, you hungry? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's always a meal. There's always a meal.
And then you don't have to care. Like for me, I'm insecure about my body.
Oh,
I'd have no insecurity about my own body. I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm not big.
I look like
next
Brad
to you.
Pitt
Yeah,
next to that
fucking stud.
fatty.
I hope you get a lot of big women in your DMs after this pod.
Oh man.
But have you already talked about this a lot?
No, never.
No.
No.
Oh, I was gonna bring this up earlier too. When you were talking about how you're funny, I personally,
Arguable.
Same for me. But I personally, around my parents,
Yeah.
I am not myself. Like I don't like being funny. I don't like being silly. I don't like being goofy. I'm just kind of weird. But you do a podcast with your parents,
Yeah. I get
and that's very brave to me in itself. But maybe it's, I just had a weird relationship with my family. But
no, it goes back to the thing we're talking about where, I'm comfortable in uncomfortable situations because, like, for some reason, I typically know what to say to snap it out of it. So, and I kind of, once you start doing it a lot, you actually start to enjoy creating a little uncomfortability just to have a little more fun time, if that makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense.
So, like, saying some weird sexual shit, like a sexual innuendo around my mom and dad is hilarious to me because my mom, she gets uncomfortable. My dad's face gets
They're
red.
pretty cool about it, I feel
They
like.
are. They
Yeah.
laugh, but they're
Yeah.
uncomfortable because it's their son and I'm making like
Yeah.
a fucking pussy joke or something. And it's funny to me.
It is funny.
And I like the dynamic. Like, I don't know because obviously podcasts, you don't see the viewers watching.
Mhm.
But I hope that I make those people laugh.
You do.
with
They
that.
like you. They've accepted you.
I
Or
hope
maybe the
so.
ones that don't like you have already left. I don't know.
People tell me I swear too much.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fucking idiots.
I don't know why.
Yeah, how about grow up? You're an adult. How about learn to handle a few swear words, you fucking piece of shit, dipshit,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I don't know why. Sometimes that I'm like, I try to be a good person.
Yeah, just because you swear a lot doesn't mean you're a bad person. I am surprised that your parents are cool with your humor on the podcast just because,
Is it outlandish?
well, just because they've built up this brand for themselves, or at least your dad has, as, this
yeah.
family-friendly guy.
And I'm tearing it down slowly.
Yeah, I think so.
I do too.
On the pod, not on, I guess it doesn't translate to the main channel, so
Maybe.
that's what it is, separate.
A lot of people say that, the autoplay on YouTube, they'll be watching a vlog or whatever.
And then it goes to the podcast.
goes to the podcast, my podcast.
Yeah.
And we're talking, like, right off the rip, we're talking about pussy. We're
Yeah,
talking about
big
Hitler.
girls, yeah.
Big girls, fucking whatever it is. And
Yeah,
they're
they
little.
have to double take. They're like, is this Noah from the vlog?
Yeah, man, it's bad. I do feel bad because, I've tainted a lot of children with that.
Have you gotten any angry messages from people about it?
Have I gotten every fucking day?
Really, you get someone that's like, hey, I like the vlog, but what you do on the podcast is not okay. That type of thing.
They
Tell
don't
me,
even say they like the vlog. They just go straight for the heart. They're like,
Do you
you're
have-
adorable.
do you delete them? Do you respond to them? Do you,
No.
What's your,
I usually tell them thank you. Like,
do?
thank you for your support.
do you have any you could read right now? I would love to hear one.
I mean, I can definitely scroll. All you have to do is just open up a fucking podcast that we do and scroll, and then you'll see them. You
Oh,
want
you're
to do
talking
that right
comments
now?
on the YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, but
What, do you think they send me mail?
Well, I was wondering if you get any DMs on Instagram from angry people.
My DM's a little dry right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
usually
I don't
like the people they don't really go to my
Because those are
DMs.
the extra, that when they go that extra step to hate,
Yeah,
those are the crazy ones. Leaving a comment on YouTube is also
pretty
lame,
normal.
but pretty normal.
yeah.
When they go one step further, like, you know what? I'm going to give this guy a piece of my mind. I'm going to find him on Instagram and send him a message. Those guys.
Not
Next
really too
level.
much on DMs. No, not the DMs.
Yeah.
Comments are mad though.
Back to the story of us at the theater. So you're sitting next to Daddy Longneck.
Daddy long neck.
You watch the show.
Yeah,
You have a good time.
great time.
You got to go backstage after.
Yeah,
Take a pic with Theo.
we met the man.
Where are we going with this? I don't remember. But then, I just kept in contact with you guys.
Oh yeah,
Came back to Detroit. Took a tour of the zoo.
ate some pizza.
Ate some delicious. I really like Detroit style pizza.
Detroit style pizza's great.
It's underrated.
It
Because
is.
people talk about New York and Chicago.
Mhm.
People don't really talk about the Detroit style.
No.
And I think
It's good.
to me, it's like Chicago in the sense that it's deep dish,
Mm-hmm.
but I like that pan crust more.
Ooh.
And I just like it more.
They like burn. It's not burnt, but it's crispy brown
Yeah.
cheese. They melt along the edge.
Yeah.
And they use
it's-
steel pans,
Yes, cast iron pan.
cast iron pans that have been used to build vehicles in the Ford plants and Chevrolet plants. They reuse.
taste it.
You taste the
You taste
grease.
Ford.
Yeah, you taste the grease from Model Ts.
Mhm.
And but that's real though. They
You taste that anti-Semitic pot.
yeah, and that's who we are.
No, it's good. My point is, if you're out there and you're sleeping on Detroit style pizza, it's good. It's worth
Are there
checking
any
out.
anti-Semitic Jews?
You're looking at one.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do to like?
Well, I'm a Holocaust denier. I
Really?
would be considered anti-Semitic. I know that
I
it
think
was
it's
made
fake
up.
too.
Yeah, it's fake.
I've been to the museum. They just bought those shoes.
Yeah, those are just clearly they just got old shoes and said these were Jew shoes. They're just
Fuck,
old
I
shoes.
shouldn't be laughing. It's so terrible. I'm canceled.
Well, no, we could do it because I'm Jewish and I'm not really a Holocaust denier. I'm joking.
I'm not.
But yeah, so I don't remember why I was telling the story of how we met.
I don't know.
But do
We
you
just
remember,
want to do
Dominic?
some gay shit.
Pizza. I'm
Oh
He
no!
said
and then,
pizza.
and then I said to you when I met you, I think I
Oh.
said to you, I was like, Noah, you should do stand-up comedy. You're funny.
You did, and I said, "What? You can do that?" Like in my head, I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, I was like, "You can just do stand up comedy."
How'd you think it went in your head?
I thought it was you got picked, like from like
Someone just-
somebody.
Someone was like, "Hey, you,
Yeah, like you're famous
you're
now.
a comedian now."
Yeah.
I wish.
And then they give you material to say, and just say it like something like this.
oh, so
and
you
then-
didn't realize comedians came up with their own shit? Either?
Well, I mean, not all of them do.
True,
but
most of
no, I'm just fucking
most
with you.
no, but not all of them do, but most do.
But,
Like Amy Schumer doesn't anymore, at least.
I've heard about that,
Yeah, she has writers.
but I'd still bang.
Not.
Can I
Oh
say
yeah,
that?
you would bang.
Can I say
Yeah,
that?
she's right up your alley. I wouldn't.
You
She's
wouldn't?
married now though. She married her chef. She hired
she's
a personal
good,
chef
bro.
and married him.
That's the move, by the way.
Yeah.
Definitely want to marry your
She's good
employees.
at what?
You want to marry your employees. But anyway, she's
Then
good
there's
at
always that power.
sex.
How do you know?
I can tell.
She might be. I
You
know.
look at
I
those-
know two people that have been with her physically, and neither of them have bad things to say.
I know one of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who? I'll edit it out. Yeah, she broke his heart.
Yeah.
Liquid death.
Liquid death.
So yeah, so I told you to start comedy,
Yeah.
not thinking you would actually do it, but
That day.
yeah, tell me how it went from that to you actually doing. Because also you
Yep.
didn't do it.
No.
I told you to do it, and then you didn't do it. What, for another
A year.
or two? A year? Yeah.
COVID was a relation in that I wasn't 21 yet, and so I didn't feel comfortable going to bars.
Right.
I
Good.
don't know
Yeah.
why.
No, that's smart.
It was just like a thing for me.
It creates on one hand it to the community, it's like, oh, that's so cool that kid is starting stand up,
Mhm.
and it gives you that little clout of being the young guy doing it, like, oh, you
Yeah.
have so much potential.
Sure.
But on the other hand, it does give you that extra attention, which some people don't want when they're starting, and also it's a very big inconvenience because a lot of places will make either say you can't, or you have to wait outside and come in when it's your set. It's just
Yeah.
it is annoying.
So I just started writing. That was I grabbed a notebook and I was like, I'm gonna figure out how to write some jokes. And for a year straight, filled out a couple notebooks, and all of it's ass. But I had to figure it out in my head. And I still haven't figured it out yet, if I'm being honest. I really don't know.
Neither have I.
I don't know shit. And but I write a lot. I try to write stories out, try to write jokes out, one-liners, that kind of shit. And it was just really confusing at first. It still is kind of confusing. But eventually, once the world started to open up a little bit, bars, I got like a little message from a comedy club. Hey, we're open again. We're doing an open mic on Wednesday. I called. Boom. Got a spot. I went there with one joke for 5 minutes of time. I had one joke that was like 3 lines. I opened.
Did it do good, the one joke?
It did. It
That's
actually, it got some chuckles. It got some laughs or
Okay.
whatever. It was about showing my nuts.
Sometimes
to
all
a
you
grandma.
need to hook you in, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
do the one joke you wrote, it works,
Uh-huh.
even if it kind of works, and you're like, I
Yeah.
can do this.
Yeah, it gave me that hope where even though the set didn't go tremendous, I was getting laughs throughout it, and I felt good about myself. I was like, that didn't go bad. That wasn't that bad. And since I wrote the joke that made people laugh, I said to myself deep down, I was like, wow, something I actually put time and effort in made people laugh. Like, I can do this. It's not like everything I did was just a bomb fell on its face. I probably would have still tried it afterwards, but like having that success
Right.
off the rip.
I think about that all the time too, because my first set went well, but I
Yeah.
always think, what if I bombed, would I have kept doing it? I don't know.
My mom was there, right, on my first set, and I remember I went up to her after, and I was like, what do you think? Like, should I keep doing this? And she said, yeah. She was like, I really think you should keep doing this. Like, I think you have some potential. I was like, wow.
And
Thank you
shout
so
out
much.
to your parents for supporting you doing comedy,
Yeah.
because I can't tell you how many parents don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be hard for them not to, because your dad and mom breed snakes for a living.
Yeah.
So I guess they can't really, they don't have
That's-
much room to be like, we want you to be a doctor. But still,
Exactly. That's
props
why
to them.
I do whatever I want, like in like the grand scheme of life and jobs and stuff, is because they followed their dreams and I saw it work before my eyes. I saw their dreams come to reality. So I know mine can, whatever it is. If comedy doesn't end up being it and I become a gay porn star, like whatever.
Most people, I mean, it wouldn't, listen, most people don't figure out what they want to do at your age. So whether you stick with it or not,
Yeah.
at least you gave it a shot either way.
Yeah. So we just crush mics in Metro Detroit area. There's mics every day. You can hit a couple mics a night pretty much.
Yeah, and they
If
don't
you
really
want.
care about COVID there. It was way better.
Oh no. We don't give a fuck,
The way
dude.
it should be.
It's like it's freedom, bro. It's America.
There's billboards all over that state. Hey, we'll pay you to get the vaccine.
Yeah,
There's lotteries and stuff over
they
there.
pay you not to wear a mask.
No, I feel like the state still wants you to get it, but no one actually cares to get it.
Who the fuck do I? What do I know?
Have you noticed a change being in? I guess you haven't explored LA much, but you've just
No,
driven
we just
here.
got here.
But I think you will. You'll go out and you're gonna see it feels like a hospital.
Mask everywhere.
Mask
I
everywhere.
don't have a
you
mask
know.
with me.
They'll give you every business had stacks of them.
Isn't that
to give
cool?
people.
Dude, there's like a Jewish little cult in the comedy scene in Metro Detroit. Or
Really?
Detroit.
Like
And
all the Jewish comedians hang out together.
Dude, they get
Sounds
lunch.
horrible.
They get lunch. You have to be a white Jew, and they eat lunch together,
Ugh.
and they write each other's jokes,
Oh, we don't have that here.
and it's like Jews only
Really?
comedies.
That's
it's like
so
a
weird.
Facebook forum. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And they just meet up at breakfast bagel shops, and they have to be
Ugh.
Jewish. And there's this one fake Jew. He's actually my friend, so I can
And
talk about
he
him.
pretends to be Jewish to go get bagels with the Jews.
He's transitioning to
being
Jew.
Jewish.
Yeah, he's
Is
like,
it so he could be in that group of comedians, or
pretty
does he
much.
actually want to be Jewish?
I think he wants to be Jewish, but like he's definitely taken advantage of not being a Jew for his whole life.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
then-
it's a weird thing too. Like you move to LA, there's a lot of Jews in show business. There's a
stinky.
historical reason why, and I forget what it is now. I think it was one of the only industries that would hire Jews at one point, or
Really?
something like that. So it kind of a lot of Jews moved to LA to pursue entertainment.
That's
because
cool.
it was it was one of the few industries they were allowed to work in when there was more anti-Semitism or something. I don't know.
I don't know why it always
But-
comes with to race with me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Am
It's
I
a fun
racist?
topic. It's a controversial topic. So when I moved to LA about 10 years ago,
Mhm.
there's a joke, like a rampant joke
Yeah.
in LA in show business
Yeah.
where people go, "Oh, you'll be all right. You're Jewish." like people hook you up
Really?
for being Jewish. That's like the running thing. Like, "Oh, I wish I was Jewish. Then I'd have a job in this town." Like that's like a joke you hear.
It's like a safety net. on
But
your
I
back.
have never been hooked up for being Jewish, and I will take it. I would take
Yeah.
if someone's like, "Hey, I gave this to you because we're both Jewish." I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Thank you, dude. Fuck yeah,
Yeah, fuck it.
Like I would like that.
Jew power.
Never happened to me. If you're transgender, you get the hookup.
Transgender, lesbian, black woman. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, they would be.
That's fucking a golden ticket.
It is.
Do you know a place? I'll go right now. I got 15
There's like-
grand.
I've thought about it. I don't think it'd be worth it.
Oh, it would be worth it.
Not for me. I'm not. I don't have. I guess I don't want to be a comedian that bad because I don't have the commitment to chop off my.
No. Think about all the
Penis.
hits you can make, though. That's very. It's like niche, but it's like hits the population.
Yeah, yeah. It's niche, but everyone knows what you are
Yeah.
and wants to hear about it. Is
They
curious.
want to hear about it.
It's an interesting thing.
You were a white boy, and now you're a black woman lesbian?
Yeah, I think there was a lady in New York that did that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think she said she was in 9/11, but she wasn't, and then she transitioned to being like a man or something.
Did you see
I don't
that
know.
person that just became Korean?
Uh,
You didn't?
is this real?
Yeah.
So
They-
it was a white person and got cosmetic surgery to be
yeah.
Asian?
They did. I won't even. They did. You know.
Yeah.
They did the thing. They got their eyes pushed back, and they got their face pulled up, and everything's real tight, and their eyes are all squinty. And
Does it
they
look
got
good?
Big lips, and
Do Korean people have bigger lips?
no, that's why it was weird. Like they got like lip injections.
Okay.
And I saw it, and it was like really strange. And this person, they were like, I'm so happy now. I'm finally Korean. I'm like, I don't think it works like that.
And then did they put on a really racist Korean voice? Did they change their voice, or their voice is still white?
It was still white at the time, which is they need to work on that
Yeah.
because it was still white voice.
It'd be funny if they
Korean
all of a
face.
sudden had like a really thick Asian accent.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I need more Asian friends.
Do I have Asian friends?
No, I need more.
Oh, yeah.
Because like
There's probably not a lot of Asian people in Detroit. Or is there? Because I have a
There
decent
are.
amount of Asian friends.
I just don't know any. They just don't really come out the house much.
I could see people be intimidated by your mustache, maybe. Diverse people
Really?
not wanting to talk to you because of your mustache.
I thought it was like friendly looking.
Once you get to know you, it is. But if I didn't
From a
know you,
distance?
it could be intimidating.
Like
It
what?
could be like
Just put me through
Uh,
it. Like how does
just,
it
you know, it gives you confidence.
really?
It makes you a little more manly.
Thank you.
So it's like, you know, like, okay, if you with a mustache side next to you shaved,
Mm-hmm.
and if I had to choose one of those men to fight, I would choose the shaved guy over the guy with the mustache. Do you agree? Like,
all day long.
and yeah,
Nice.
you almost have a handlebar going.
Yeah, bro. We rock deep, baby.
Yeah.
We got mustaches in this bitch.
It's like, because it's a manly thing. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't even grow a full mustache if I tried.
pussy.
Mine's kind of
bro. You gotta.
8th grade football player. It's not.
Probably could.
You
No,
could.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm being honest with you.
Dude,
I want to. No, I've tried.
takes months.
We're
Every year I do
Months.
I do no shave November and I do mustache March. So
Dude.
for a full month I try.
No.
So here I have two issues.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Number one, there's spots where it doesn't grow.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
right there.
And then number two, I don't know what's causing this,
I got you.
but about half my hairs are blonde, so you can't see it.
Yeah,
So
I
it
got
comes
ginger.
in like, yeah, you got a couple ginger, but
I got
still
some
mine are
ginge.
blonde. So it just looks from a distance, it just looks like a prepubescent mustache.
Mm-hmm.
You could see me trying like, hey, when I don't shave and just don't shave here, you go, oh, he has a mustache, but it doesn't look like your guys' mustache. It looks like a little boy.
That's awesome.
I-
So it takes months, bro. Like this
How
is
many?
like a 7-monther. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
but still, what I'm saying is if we each didn't, if we were clean shaven and we each grew it out for 1 month, you look at you and you'd be like, that's going to be a mustache. And you look at me and be like, you should shave that.
Okay. I'll believe you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your face.
Yeah,
I'll believe
I've
you.
tried. I've tried. But yeah, maybe I need to try longer. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that, you know, it gives you a certain like confidence of, you know, I don't give a fuck. I got a mustache.
Yeah, it's funny. It's a good talking point.
No one
when
ever
you're
says
talking.
anything though.
Really?
No one ever.
Well, honestly, because it looks so good. With me, it's a talking point because people are like, what are you doing here?
I get asked all the time.
Yeah, I'll talk to someone and people will just be like, so you lose a bet? What's going on here? Yeah.
Yeah. The fat chicks love it. They really do. They really do. They love it.
Yeah, like, let me ride that.
Oh, dude, I've had a fat girl say, "Let me get a mustache ride."
And
At a mic.
did you let her?
I was on stage and she was like, "Let me get a mustache ride." I didn't because, you know, she was a little drunk. I know her. You know what I mean?
You didn't want to ruin the friendship?
Yeah.
Is it the girl that runs that open mic we did?
Yeah.
I called it.
Yeah, it was, dude.
Yeah. I called it.
You knew it. You could just
I could tell
sense
she
the
had a little
vibe.
crush on you.
Yeah, she has a crush on all the boys.
Good
She's
for her.
horny.
Good for her.
She's really
She
horny.
didn't have a crush on me.
No, she did.
No?
No.
She specifically told me I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So I have a crush on a lot of the boys, but not you.
dude. Like,
I was like,
I feel really sorry for you
Okay.
because she loves everybody. She wants to fuck everything. She thought most of her
for her.
sets are about wanting sex.
no, if she wanted to fuck me, she would have let me know.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't. She let me know nothing.
I think she was intimidated.
She didn't even follow me back on Instagram.
What? I'm sorry.
She specifically didn't like me, is what I'm saying. And that happens a lot. And in her defense,
What about
she's not alone.
What about that one mic we did? The last mic we did?
Oh, God.
Yes, dude.
I don't even know. I can't remember if I talked about it on here, but we did 3 mics.
We did 3 mics.
None of them were particularly rocking. Like,
Oh,
there wasn't like
no.
the first two, you know, the crowds were supportive. It was just comics in the crowd, and they're supportive. And I don't think I did bad or good, if that makes sense. Like,
does.
I didn't walk off. I don't think anyone watched me and go, whoa.
Yeah, like nobody
he
stood
lit
up.
it up. Yeah, that's
Cool.
incredible. This guy's from LA, and it showed. But I also didn't feel bad. Like, I walked
Right.
off going, oh, yeah, that was an
Until-
open mic. Then we did this 3rd mic.
3rd mic. In the hood, bro. 6 Mile and Woodward.
In the hood of Detroit, probably where Eminem grew up. That's what I like to think in my head.
More south. Deeper into the city.
More hood than Eminem.
More hood. Because
Cool.
8 Mile.
And I'll say
is
this.
Eminem.
I obviously don't know the area.
Yeah.
Didn't feel that, like, I felt zero danger in that area when we got out to go there. Because in my head, you go to the ghetto at night, it's a little scary.
Yeah.
The ghetto in LA is way scarier than that. Maybe it's gotten cleaned up. Maybe it's a little cleaner than it used to be.
I think.
You guys tonight, drive through Skid Row downtown. You will be
Okay.
fucking terrified.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
The reason why here may be more scarier is because of the homeless.
100%.
There is not much homeless in
Yes,
Detroit.
that is what it is.
There's really not much homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Especially.
Because it's too cold.
Yeah, they all die.
Yeah, they'll freeze to death.
They freeze to
We
death.
get frostbite.
It's fucking dope.
You're home. Yeah.
It's just like, we go.
That's the shitty part of living in a place with the best weather in the world.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you're driving around.
You don't
there's
need
just
a house
fucking-
here. People are like, oh, I got a roof. That's all I need. No, you don't need a roof here.
You don't even need a roof.
The weather is perfect.
You sleep in the sand. You just
Yeah.
dig a little hole in the sand, cover up.
Mhm.
You're just chilling. But yeah, there's like so many homeless. I saw a guy taking a shit this morning, just on the
Yeah.
road.
Oh, dude, you'll see people shooting up crack on the side of the road. It's insane.
That's
it's
awesome.
literally insane. But you're right. That is why it feels safer
And
in
so,
Detroit
like,
than here.
Skid Row is that's what, like there's like 100 million tents just on.
It's a city
everywhere.
of homeless people.
Yeah.
But it is scary. Even take aside the fact that there's dirty homeless people everywhere.
Mhm.
They're also just knowing there's murder and crime and
Good.
crack. It makes it just adds to
Yeah.
the fear a little.
crack's-
There's potholes in the road. Somehow that makes it scarier too. The roads are really shitty.
Yeah.
So it feels like another country. Driving through Skid Row, it feels like what you would imagine like a gang neighborhood of South America. I feel like in my head, that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like America.
It is weird. I wonder like why there's so many homeless people. Do you think it's just drug? Like what the fuck happened? Like you go to other countries. Like I went to Ireland. Okay. There's a
Is that where you got that shirt?
No, actually, I got this on kidsmakesoccertees.com.
Nice.
Yeah, I just
So
like
it's a kid's shirt?
no, like children made it.
Oh,
I
like
sup-
Chinese
Yeah,
factories.
like I support like child labor.
Yeah, they need
It's
to get paid.
cheaper. It's cheaper.
Listen, no kid wants to be put into child labor. It's because they need to take care of themselves and their family.
Yeah, no,
People
I
are trying
make
to
them.
end child labor. That's just going to make them starve to death.
What the fuck are they doing? They're
Yeah.
trying to ruin my clothing options.
People don't see this angle of it a lot. Everyone's like, "Oh, these kids can't be. I don't support child labor."
I
You
don't
should.
support-
You should
you-
support
you
it. If you
should.
care about the kids, you should support it.
Yeah. What the fuck's wrong with those fucking
Idiots.
people?
Idiots.
Dumbass people. But
So, what were we saying? Detroit, homeless people.
I
Whoa,
don't
the
know.
third mic.
third mic.
So we're in Detroit. We do the first two mics. They go fine.
Yeah,
one
they
was
go
at
good.
one was at back of a. They were both at bars.
They're
One
both
was
at
in
bar.
the back patio of a bar, so it didn't
Yep.
feel like you're in a bar. It felt like you were in a little outdoor, cool comedy spot.
Yep.
And the second one was just straight up in a bar
Yep.
you're on a floor and
It's
there's
called Gratiot Pub.
people drinking.
People
There's
drinking.
just patrons of a bar around.
Yep.
But they're kind of in the bar. There's a middle section that's just tables.
Mm-hmm.
So no one from the bar actually came and watched the mic.
No.
It was just the comics. So
Yeah.
really it was just nice of the bar to let us use the space because no one at the bar enjoyed the fact that there was a mic there.
No. The
I
last
would
show
say.
I did, there was people there though.
Oh, that's good. Well, on this night, there
Yep.
was no patrons. They were
Yep,
like, oh,
you're right.
cool, comedy. Let's go check it out.
You're right.
They were like, ugh, okay, there's comedy. I'm going to stay over here away from the comedy.
You're right.
And it was just comics.
Yeah. So that mic was meh.
It was fine. Yeah, we did it. And then
the
the
third
third mic,
one.
we go to the ghetto.
To get out.
And we go to another bar, high ceiling. So let me just say before I get into the clientele that was there, just the layout of the room. It was well lit. You could see everything in there. There was like fluorescent white lighting, not good for comedy. The ceilings were really tall.
So high.
The stage was huge. It looks like it was meant for dance teams or something.
They do dancing for 3 hours before the comedy starts.
Didn't even know that. There you go. It was like a giant stage
Yeah.
that took up half the bar, it felt like.
It does.
And then the people watching are literally at the bar. And
There's a few tables.
now I'll get into the clientele is basically exactly what you would imagine the ghetto of Detroit to be. It was
You can just
all
say
black
it,
people.
opposite of white.
Yeah, it was
That's
all.
what I say.
It was a black bar.
Black bar. It was a
So-
bistro. It's called Woodward Bistro.
Woodward Bistro. Okay, and there's a guy emceeing,
His name's Boogie.
Boogie, black
Bolton.
guy, and seems like he was really funny.
He's like one of the funnier people in Detroit.
There you go. So yeah, he was funny, and you could tell that everyone in the room
Mm-hmm.
respected him.
They
Like
do.
knew who he was.
They
He
do.
was up there riffing and rapping and doing comedy and
Yep.
it was enjoy. He was a likable guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he was nice too. Like
He is very
He
nice.
came up to me. He was like, "Oh, you going up? Awesome."
Yep.
I don't remember really what he said. Something like along those lines. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, that was great.
And I put our names on the list, and I don't remember what his intro was, but it was fine. It was good. And I get up there, and honestly, not that I was funny or did anything funny, but no one gave me a chance. It was before I even started talking. People start clearing the room
They so fast.
so fast. Like no one gave me. They were just like, "White guy, I'm out."
Dude, I'm not even joking. Everybody left.
Yeah, almost everybody.
There was 15 people in there at the start, maybe 10, 15. When you got up there, zero.
No, it wasn't zero. There was you.
Zero.
There was you, the bartender,
Yeah.
the DJ. There was people that had to stay.
Yeah, they had to stay.
because they worked there.
Yeah. And
Even them, I'm surprised they stayed. To be honest,
I
thinking
think the
about
bartender might have went into the back.
yeah, it was
cooking or
she
something.
might have. It was like you. I think there was one girl that stayed that I started hitting on. She's like, my boyfriend's outside, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Fuck.
And then I think he came in. I started hitting on him. I can't remember.
I was laughing hard, not even at your jokes.
Yeah,
I was laughing
how
at you.
uncomfortable it was.
I was laughing at you.
And there was
cleared the room.
There was some dude who's like a comic that was like a fan of mine that was in there.
Yeah, his name's Poopy McTurds McGee.
Poopy McTurds McGee. He like followed us there because he saw us on Instagram. He's like, I want to go see Ari.
Yeah.
So that I didn't care. That probably should have made it worse. The fact that he saw me bomb, but I was like, yeah, I don't care. And
it was funny.
Yeah, it was.
I never forget that because you opened for Theo. And I saw you clear a room.
Yeah, you saw me go perform at the Fillmore.
Yeah, and
for
do
like
really well.
2,000 people. Do really well for a sold out crowd.
Yeah.
And then you saw me clear a room. That's the highs and lows of comedy. And that was after.
After.
It's not like, oh, I cleared the room and then got a kill for 2,000 people.
Yeah.
I killed 2,000 people and then cleared a shitty dive bar in a ghetto room.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's comedy.
Yeah, it is.
And here's you hear that story and you go, man, you must have felt horrible. That must have been an awful experience. I've done that 100 times. That was nothing to me.
Minimum.
Yeah. I literally was like, been here before and I'll be here again.
Yeah.
I've done those shit shows. Dude, one time, so this guy hits me up on Instagram. Hey, do you want to headline my show? It's in somewhere by the beach. It was like Santa Monica or something.
All right, yeah.
He's like, it's at a bar, but it's pretty cool. You could do 30 minutes, 45, whatever you want. I'll pay you $150.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, sure, man. Of course I'll come. I drive there. I walk in the bar. And again, I've done plenty of shitty bar shows.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in. There's a stage, if you want to call it that. And there's handrails on the stage. There's no spotlight. There's TVs on at the bar.
Yeah.
They left them on for the comedy night. And this isn't even an open mic. This is a booked show. So there's TVs. There's one TV right behind you as you're performing. So you might think someone's watching you, but they could just be watching TV. Then there's also TVs like at the bar, so they don't have to even look at you. The volume is on the TVs.
They don't even turn them.
They don't even mute them or shut them off. There's a Dodger game on, and we're in LA.
Oh yeah.
And it's like a Hispanic bar. All the people and Hispanics love the Dodgers in LA. Like their whole fan base, not their whole fan base, but a lot of their fan base is Hispanic. So I walk in. There's maybe 4 or 5 people at the bar, but they're at the furthest away from the stage they could be, and they're watching the Dodger game.
Yeah.
And then there's like 3 comics trickled out, and you could hear the Dodger game. And then there's someone telling jokes to nobody in the corner, like literally himself. And I'm not on yet. I'm just like, this is weird. It was worse than the black room we did because like when we walked in the black room, people were paying attention to the guy on stage, and like there's no distractions.
No.
And this, I was like, oh, I already know right off the bat this is going to be horrible.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to headline and do 30 to 45 minutes.
30 to 45 minutes.
And get paid. And I could then see also that there's also no way he's for sure losing money on me, because there's no way with this turnout that he made $150 to pay me at this bar. So I walk in, and he's like, has a smile and is like cheerful and into the show, the host. And he's like, hey man, thanks so much for coming. I'm like, yeah, no problem. He's like, yeah, so if you want to do like 45, 30, whatever you want. I'm like, I'm going to do 5. And I don't even want to do that. I wasn't being mean about it. I was like, dude, I'm not doing 30 minutes of this.
Damn.
It'd be miserable for me and it'd be miserable for everybody. There's no winners. I was like, you don't need to pay me.
Yeah.
So that makes me nice, I think. That makes
You're
me
a nice guy.
I was like, you don't need to pay me. There's no way in my right mind I'm doing 30 minutes.
You're
here.
a nice guy.
I'm going to do 5 minutes. And he's like, oh, okay, for sure. And I go up there. I bomb horrendously for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, baby.
Didn't clear the room because they were just kept watching the Dodger game.
Yeah. This is comedy, dude. This is comedy.
That's comedy. 10 years in, that's comedy still.
It never changes, huh?
It never. No, it does.
It does.
Like Theo would never do either of the things we did, or the thing that I just did, or that show.
Damn.
If we were with Theo, he would have not gone up.
But he's at a different point of his life now. I'm sure there was a time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, everyone at one point would do these things. But yeah, you do hit a level. I'd say if I could regularly headline weekends at comedy clubs to the point where I know that security of, hey, next weekend I'm doing a weekend at this in this city.
Yeah.
At that point, I'm above doing horrible open mics. For me, that's what it would take for me.
Yeah, I mean they're not the most fun. They're like, it's
well, some of
tough.
them too.
It's tough.
When you're brand new, any stage time
It's great.
is great, but it's come to the point where certain things don't help me. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
Bombing in front of nobody doesn't really make me. It makes my skin thicker, but I don't think it makes me better at comedy anymore. There's no really perk to doing it.
For me, I think it blurs the lines because it's like maybe that joke is really funny, but if it bombs like in front of 5 people, you're like, is this funny? Is it even funny anymore? Do I even use this anymore?
Yeah. It makes you question yourself. Yeah,
and it's like
do that.
So that's almost a hindrance to your skill, to just your craft, your love. So
Good photo op though.
It's always
Me
good
clearing
photo op.
a room.
I love that, dude. Like that's
Cool photo.
That's some of my favorite
I
shit.
didn't get a photo of that specifically, but I wish I did.
You're there at a mic, someone bombs, and then you get an update on Facebook. Hey, so and so updated their profile picture. You check, it's them, like smiling on stage of that
A
night
nice
where they
photo.
bombed, and you're just like, dude, I was there.
Like, you shouldn't be above that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's funny.
I've get heckled at open mics almost more than I do on real shows. Like someone getting offended at me.
Yeah.
Now it's like half the time it's a comedian getting offended at me.
I had a guy. There were like 4. There was 3 guys sitting at a table, first row. They were all 4 Guinnesses deep. They were just being a little obnoxious. I'm doing my set, blah blah blah. They just scream out in the middle of my set, "Be funny!"
Ugh.
I didn't know what to do. I don't even remember what I did because it was like kind of like a blackout moment. I just remember being like, "I'm trying."
That's all. Yeah, and when someone yells at me to do anything, it almost would make me want to not be funny just to.
Yeah, I really wanted to
You're
whip
not
out
the boss of me.
my genitalia.
That's funny. Classic.
I thought it was, but I
might
can't
get you in
do it.
trouble.
I know. Maybe
So,
just the brain.
You've had a little hiatus from comedy because of all your traveling.
Yeah.
Do you miss it? Do you want to get back? Do you think you're going to go back to it? Do you think you're going to try something else? Where's your mind at?
I miss it. I enjoy doing comedy. If I'm being honest, I do not enjoy doing open mics.
Yeah, they're awful.
Yeah, they are.
They can be.
They really are. I mean, like, the thing is that it's not because of the show or the people around. It's not the environment I want to perform my
But you've
art.
gotten to do some shows, right?
Yeah, I've done a few comedy clubs. I've done, like that one paid gig that was in like a barbecue tent. You know what I mean?
Because I think you are. You've been in comedy a year,
5 months.
5 months. Okay,
Yeah.
so not that long. So typically, you're probably not at the point where you should be doing shows. That being said, you could do shows.
Yeah.
Try them out. I would just hit up bookers on Instagram.
Yeah.
Even if they're like a little bit out of Detroit, might even be easier. Be like, hey, I'm a comedian from Detroit.
Yeah.
Would love to get on your show. I have some jokes to
The
work
truth
out.
is, I don't really think I have a full I don't have like a great set right
Go
now.
do it anyway.
Yeah, do it anyway.
What do you have to lose? You won't get booked on that show again? Who cares?
Yeah, that's true.
They'll forget. They'll book you again one day.
That's true. I'm doing
Or it'll let you know if you want to keep doing it.
I'm doing a comedy competition actually.
Oh,
In
yeah?
a couple weeks.
Where? In Detroit?
Grand Rapids. So that's
Nice.
2 hours away.
Yeah, I went there once.
And
So I made a girl cry in
awesome.
Grand Rapids. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're it's kind of like LA-ish. We're like
It's a
sensitive.
college town, so there's sensitive people there. I
Real
mean,
sensitive.
I still had a good set. I went up. It was opening for Theo again. A big theater.
Yeah.
Ron Taylor hosted. He's hilarious. I don't know if you know who he is.
No.
Blowing up right now. So
Good
it was
for him.
him, me, and Theo.
Yeah.
Ron Taylor goes up, does great. I go up, do great. Theo goes up, does great.
Yeah.
I'm out setting up Theo's shirts to sell for him after the show.
Bitch work.
I like it actually because it gives me an excuse to get adulations from the crowd. Because if you stand out there by the exit,
Yeah.
then people are like awkward. Hey, you did good. Like
Yeah.
they feel like that's why you're there, and it is why you're there. And it's just like, but it's very weird feeling. Like you
Yeah.
just want attention, even though
Sure.
you do.
Mhm.
But when you're selling shirts, it's a humbling thing. And then people want to tell you how great you are even more. And they're
Wow.
like, oh, you have to sell shirts too? So it's like, you're like, yeah, I got to sell them, but it's fine. But I like it.
It's like a
Anyway,
little ego fluff.
it's an ego fluff, but better, it's a reason, because you can get an ego fluff just by standing there. But then you feel like, this is phony feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is gross. But
Yeah.
if you sell the shirts, you get to be gross
You
without
get to be
feeling
gross.
that feeling. It's
Yeah.
like, well, I have to sell shirts. So
Hey,
anyway,
I'm just working here.
so everyone's still watching Theo. He's only like 10 minutes into his set, and I'm just setting up the table. So I'm not looking for any ego fluff. I'm doing work.
Yeah.
And this girl walks out with her boyfriend.
Okay.
She's crying.
Oh, good.
I'm a nice guy. You know I'm nice because I've said it 2 times during the podcast. I say to the girl, hey, are you okay? What's wrong?
Yeah.
Didn't know who she was. Didn't know I assumed she'd seen me, but literally knew nothing. And she's walking out crying.
Yeah.
And she looks at me and she stops crying and she goes, you're a horrible person. Your comedy is so upsetting. It's so bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. You have no right to talk about the things you talk about.
Yeah.
And I think I was just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I think I was kept it really nice. I was like,
You're like,
I'm really
actually-
sorry you feel that way. I hope your night gets better. It looks like there's some deeper underlying issues here that you're crying about. But if you want to take it out on my comedy, that's fine. And I go, but Theo's on stage and he's great. You could hear everyone's really enjoying him. Why don't you go and ignore my set? And so I was trying to be so nice because
Yeah.
she was crying.
Yeah.
I was like, who cares about me? You didn't come here for me. You came here for Theo. Why don't
Yeah.
you go up and why don't you go inside and finish the show and watch Theo and enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
And she goes, he's awful too. He's
Oh,
horrible and offensive and he can't talk about it. Then I'm like, okay, well then, yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way. Have a good night.
I
And
love
then
that.
her boyfriend or the guy she was with turned to me and was like, I'm so sorry. And they walked out.
I love that too, because like the girl, she's like, you have no right to say that. And you're just like, actually, have you read the Constitution? I have freedom of speech.
Well, you could make that argument. You could also make the argument, don't go to stand-up comedy shows.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, if you're gonna go to a stand-up comedy show and you get offended easily, make sure you know
Who you're going
who
to.
you're going to, because not that Theo's super offensive
No.
or that I'm super offensive. I'm mildly
Yeah.
offensive.
You should
But
probably go to
do a little research.
Yeah, you should do the black woman transgender. That's like who you go to if you want to not get offended. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that or like Jerry Seinfeld, Jim McGaffigan, Brian Regan, who are all very funny, Kevin Hart, but these people are, purposefully try to be family friendly.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Bullshit.
that's the move. We talked a lot about comedy today, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So what's your plan? So it sounds like you're leaning away from comedy now. You gave it a shot, or
I'm
no?
not.
You're not. You're not just from
No.
open mics.
No, I'm still gonna keep doing them.
You are okay.
It's just like one of those things where it's just like, I'm excited to not.
They're also like the gym. Like you go a few weeks not
Yeah.
doing them, traveling around. Now
You
you're
get
like,
weak.
I gotta. It's like
Yeah,
when you go to the gym every day for 3 weeks, you're like, then you feel guilty for not going to the gym.
I know.
Open mics are the same way. You got
I
to
know.
do them. Like I'm in that routine now where I haven't been doing them, so I don't even feel guilty for not doing them.
Yeah.
I'd like to, even for myself, get in the routine where I'm doing so many open mics that I feel guilty for not doing them.
Yeah, like my shit's getting a little rusty. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get back to it. Also, this is where I'm at in my life. Is I'm 21 years old. I'm trying to experience life. Okay.
You're trying to fuck fat chicks,
I'm trying to fuck fat chicks.
travel the planet,
Yeah. Get a fucking pussy installed
like into a wall.
into my gooch.
Oh, just on your own body.
Yeah.
That's great. That'll
Just
help
get
you.
life experience, bro. And, so I don't think that necessarily I have to do it all right now. It's like I want to go out, experience the world to have shit to talk about. I'm not done with comedy.
Right.
I'm just traveling.
Yeah, you're also young. You're a young guy and you want to live your life.
I'm getting material.
Yeah. Former drug addict. I wanted to
Former
bring
drug
that up.
addict.
Wanted to bring that up
Yeah,
for
how'd you
people to
know?
know. You told me.
Yeah. I tell everybody.
He used to shoot up
shoot up heroin.
No, you did? No, you didn't. You just took pills, right?
No.
You're a pill popper.
Pill popper, which is the same thing, just in pill form, really.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of blackouts.
Less sleazy though.
No.
Shooting up is sleazy, is grimier.
I mean, but like my friends used to rob cars with machetes and shit. That's pretty
Wow.
sleazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no. Hey, any drug addict is a little grimy, but
Yeah.
But heroin junkies who have like scars on their arms from shooting up. That's next level.
That's too easy though. You know what I mean? It's just like 0 to 100.
Yeah.
We took like a roller coaster. It was like we're climbing, and then when you fall.
But you're doing great.
We're doing good, baby. I'm with my friend that I haven't seen in years. He just got out the fucking military.
What branch?
Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
That's not the military.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Well, it's part of it. You know what I mean?
Coast Guard is like
Without it, there'd be pirates.
it's like a security guard of the sea,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little cousin of the Navy. Little
Have you ever what's the craziest thing you got to do on the Coast Guard?
Clean dead bodies out of the water.
Yeah, that was probably
Who's dead bodies?
just
People that
jumpers.
died.
Bridge jumpers.
Oh, like people killed themselves.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Suicide people.
Dude,
Suicide victims.
Yeah, suicide.
That's sad.
that's good. You know, good to bring up his bad memories.
Did it give you any trauma? Did it give you any trauma?
Cleaning up dead bodies.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that bad. You know, like. It's,
Did you actually you pulled them out or
you
like
get numb to it. You just get numb.
how many bodies did you pull out?
I think it was like 6 or 7 throughout the whole career.
Jesus, Ari.
Was that your job in the Coast Guard?
No.
Everyone in the Coast Guard has pulled out 6 or 7 dead bodies?
No, you only got 48,000 people working, so it's so small that we could do pull out dead bodies and then go and stop drug runners. That's something that I could have done. I did the
Is there a special forces of the Coast Guard?
almost definitely. Yeah.
That's cool.
You're an asshole.
Why? Because I called him a security guard of the sea?
Think he wants to see the dead bodies in his head?
Me bringing it up isn't going to be the thing that causes him to either see them or not see them. He either sees them or he doesn't.
Right. I've seen everything.
So it did give you trauma. See them every day.
No, just fucking with you.
And I'm just fucking with you. I even though it's true, I don't have much respect for the Coast Guard. A lot of people do.
I mean,
And who cares about what I think?
I don't even like Jews.
I'm literally a
I don't know
traveling.
why I'm
a
here.
traveling clown. If my opinion on the Coast Guard is offending you out there, you got your own issues because you shouldn't take anything I say seriously in the whole world. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yes. I can agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know anything. Is there any advice in your life that you need help with besides the advice I gave you that was bad advice since you already do 1 to 3 videos a week and I just thought you didn't because they haven't been popping up in my feed?
Well, I agree with that.
But you already do it.
I know. Yeah, I do. But, sometimes it's like 10 days before I post a video. So it's not quite a week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but you're totally right. I gotta put more effort in. It is challenging because we do a lot, man. We're doing the comedy, we're doing the YouTube podcast. I help my dad with his social media.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of shit on the plate.
Yeah, you're a busy boy.
I'm a busy boy.
Dude, going to that minor league game was super fun.
Yeah, not really though.
You didn't like it? I had fun.
I had fun.
Yeah,
but
I enjoyed it.
I
like baseball.
the best
though.
part was the dog grabbing the bat for sure though.
Yeah, that's cool. They don't even
was
have that
really
in the
cool.
MLB.
But what advice? What advice do I need? I don't know. Maybe I can't think of anything, man. What
Okay.
about you? Do you have any?
Just general advice for you,
Yeah,
besides the one I gave you.
yeah. Anything
Um,
better? Do we
Maybe
have a?
trim your mustache.
Wow,
It's a little unkept.
you know how it is.
Trim it?
Yeah, I mean, not gonna happen.
No.
No, I trim it, but we're on a road trip. Let it grow out.
I'd say, what other advice do I have for
I
you?
don't know, man.
No, I think you're doing pretty good from my perspective. When I was 21, let me tell you,
Yeah,
when I was 21,
yeah.
I'd gotten my heart broken for the first time.
That's
Talked about
good.
this before, but it was the worst year of my life. It was me at 21. I couldn't handle the heartbreak. Have you ever had your heart broken?
Oh my God, yeah.
You have?
Oh yeah.
Bro,
You've been in love?
I thought I was gonna marry this chick.
Yeah, you were in love,
I was in love.
and she hurt you.
She hurt
Oh, I
me.
want to. So you know the cute girl that's not that. Is she still work for your dad? The blonde girl from the vlogs who works at the zoo. You know what I'm talking about?
She doesn't.
Who am I talking about? What's her name? Was it
It was. You talk about blur.
the one that
Can you bleep this?
in a few? Yeah, I could.
The
I
one
could
with
cut it.
the one with the big ass.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, skinny blonde. There was a few episodes where they were hinting at maybe you having a crush on her, but it could have been fake. I wanted to ask for me when I used to watch the vlog.
I think we're talking about the same person, man.
She had a big ass.
Ginormous.
I remember her just being like petite.
Oh yeah, but they're
What?
stacked different in Michigan.
She was petite with an ass. Did anything ever happen with you and her?
She's lesbian.
No, she is not. We have to be talking to a different girl.
No,
I know a lesbian girl when I see her.
dude, no.
That's a homophobic thing to say. I can tell.
No, dude, I'm serious.
No, she is not.
Think I'm gonna lie about an ass
Can
like
we
that?
pull up a picture of this girl?
Do it.
I'll cut this all out, but I
Maybe.
need to know.
If you're gonna cut it out, ass
Or,
is-
or I'll delete her name. How about that?
I don't follow her anymore.
You unfollowed? What?
Yeah.
Tell me about that. What made you unfollow? Does your
she was
dad follow her?
She was trying to like sue my parents or something.
Really?
She got injured off scene at work. Okay, so she got like a cut, right?
From something bitter?
No.
Oh.
She got injured not at work. She got like a cut, right? And she told my parents, and my parents were like, okay, that's fine. Like, we have rubber gloves you can use. So
Man, I want to find her so bad.
when you're cleaning the cages, nothing will happen. Like, you just put a glove on. She's like, okay, but I think I'll be fine. Blah, blah. She got infected, bro. She had all these problems with it, hospitalization. She had to get like little, cleanup.
Can you try and find her? I have to know if this is the right girl.
It is, man.
I can't believe that girl would sue. She was so cute. I always had a crush on her
she didn't
on your
sue.
YouTube channel.
She wanted to.
Oh, she wanted to. Okay, good. I'm glad she didn't.
Bro, I don't know how the fuck I must find this.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll never know if we're talking about the same girl. Gotta be. There's only one cute girl there, though, right?
Yeah. And
One
she's
r-
not even there anymore.
And she's not even there anymore.
Yeah,
But
I
she was
can't
there when
find
I
her,
was
bro.
there for the
I can't find
the
it.
Detroit show, but I was too scared to say anything to her. For when I did
You're
the
right.
Fillmore.
No, yeah, you are. You're right.
What?
You're right. She was there.
Oh yeah, she
She's
was
not there anymore.
Got it. So nothing ever happened between you and her because she's
No,
lesbian.
dude. No, nothing. Trust me. You think I would lie
But there was
about
a
this?
there was a few episodes where they kind of
My dad wanted me to.
maybe I read into it, but you had a crush on her. Did you have a crush on her at one point?
She's hot, bro.
So yes.
Who didn't?
But but you seemed shy because she
I
was
am
there.
shy.
No, but you're not. But you seemed shy in the
I'm
episodes.
shy
with
around
her.
women.
Around her. So
Around women.
So I read into it right.
Yeah.
That's
Dude.
so cool. Did you ever hear about her?
I remember seeing her a few times.
Listen.
Channel. I was like, damn.
That's the way I am.
I
don't know
am too,
why.
by the way. No, me too. I'm
get
not trying to make you feel
awkward.
bad.
I come sometimes shut down. I don't know how to act.
I'm not trying to make you feel bad.
Well, you are.
I'm the same way.
I think everybody really does. Is a little nervous. I'm pretty
No, there's confident guys out there. We're just not them.
Dude, you're making me feel real bad. right now. I want to be that, but I don't.
I do too.
I
No,
don't.
I want to, but
It's like I
can't.
don't even give a fuck about the hot chicks, bro.
But you do because you were shy around her.
I think they're beautiful,
Yeah.
but I know that they're probably shallow.
No, I'd say some are, some aren't. I don't know what you're gonna get.
No, you're right. That was a
Yeah.
generalization.
Maybe more are. Maybe more hot girls are shallow. Maybe this girl was. You know her better than me. I didn't know her at all.
her at all.
You never got to know her?
She was too hot and lesbian
How do you know she's lesbian?
because
There's no
she
way
fucked
she's lesbian.
girls, dude.
Maybe she fucked both.
Well, now she's actually married to a doctor.
See?
Male.
Oh, so I knew she wasn't lesbian. I was right.
But she was lesbian when she worked for
no,
us.
she wasn't. She
Yes,
was
she was.
bi.
But
she just
not
hooked up
at
with
the
girls. That makes her
time,
even
dude.
hotter.
Not at
That makes
the
her even hotter. Now
time.
she married a doctor?
Yeah, dude.
What a slut.
And she's a helicopter. She flies.
What?
She flies
She's
now.
badass?
She's badass. And
Fuck,
she got
I
a...
love her more now.
Yeah, man.
I shouldn't have been too scared.
Dude, it's over.
I should have said to your dad, here's what I should have done. Hey, is there any way you could give Noah's ticket to her instead,
Fuck off.
then she could have been sitting next to Daddy Longneck, and I could have had my life right now with my babe, with my helicopter babe. And now I'm here interviewing you instead.
No, dude.
This fucking sucks.
No, dude. You don't want that piece of ass.
You're the wrong woman for me.
That's not a good piece of ass to have.
What are you talking about? She's a helicopter pilot and she's cute and she's bisexual. That's amazing.
You know what's going to happen when
What?
you're with a woman like that?
What?
They're going to go, what is this fucking beautiful woman doing with a creep like him?
Yeah, that happens no matter who I'm with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's too hot for you, bro.
Whoa.
She's too hot for you.
Yeah, I only go for girls that are too hot for me.
You need
I'm picky.
Chrissy Mountains.
I don't go for the big girls like you.
That's what I'm saying. Big girl.
She was a goddess. And she liked reptiles. Man. But she also gave out the vibe that she didn't really like the reptiles. She was just kind of a job for her. Am I wrong or right?
She liked reptiles.
She did?
Yeah.
I love her. Do you think I can get her to leave the doctor?
No way.
My dad's a doctor. They're not that great.
Dude, there's just no way, man. She's obviously in it for the bucks, man.
Are you saying no way because you want her for yourself?
I haven't even
That's what I'm saying.
thought about
I gave you
this
plenty.
woman.
I gave you plenty of time to go for her, and you didn't. So now it's time for me to teach you a lesson and
Go
swoop in and
for
get
it.
her.
You know what? Go for it.
I have your blessing.
You have my blessing.
Would you come to the wedding?
I would come to the three-way. That's gonna happen.
No, you're not fucking my wife.
Yo, that's so rude.
It's not rude.
That is so rude that
She's
you wouldn't
my
let me
girl.
fuck your wife.
She's a doctor's girl now, but she's gonna be. Most marriages end in divorce. They're for sure gonna get
Exactly.
divorced because she's too young to get married and too badass.
Let me
She's gonna
fuck
come
her
to me first.
while you're married.
I gotta find her on Instagram. I gotta shoot my shot. I bet you she gets so many DMs from guys who watch the channel.
I'll let you fuck my wife.
That's nice of you. But you're into that. You're a cuck. I'm not.
No, we'd be fucking her together, bro.
That's
Relationship stuff.
bonding.
Bonding. You can even get the face.
In theory, I would like to have a wife that's open-minded like that, but I know I'd get jealous to watch you have sex with my wife.
Because I'll be hitting it good.
Maybe. Yeah.
I'll be
you
crushing
have this
that
fat girl
pussy
confidence,
up,
and
bro.
it's like,
I'll be
nah,
in
I
them
can't.
guts.
I can't handle that.
I'm a skinny guy. All of my weight went to my dirt.
I can see that for you. I
that's
can see
not
you having
true,
big
actually.
hog.
It's not that big, if I'm being honest.
It's boyfriend dick.
I got a good boyfriend dick.
That's good.
It's like good enough so that the girl won't cheat on me. At least she won't
It's
say
big enough
that
to
I
where you didn't
cheated.
join the Coast Guard.
Yeah, that's true. But like, she won't tell me she cheated.
Right.
Like if she cheats,
I don't want, if a
she'll
girl
keep
cheats
it
on me, I don't
secret.
want to know about it. I'd rather her just break up with me after and not tell me why. Not tell me the real reason. Make up a different reason. Because there's no pros to no, like there's never, here's the thing. There's never a justification for cheating on someone, in my opinion. Even if they cheated on you, break up with them, don't cheat back. There's no, in my opinion, good reason to cheat on someone. And telling someone that you cheat on them is not going to bring any positive. It's not going to make them go, well, I need to change this about myself. No. Tell them what they need to change about themselves. Break up with them. Don't cheat on them. Or don't tell them you cheated on them.
I've never cheated.
I'm proud of you.
You have.
I'm not proud of it.
I know.
But I won't ever again.
I could tell by your eyes
I have a tear duct here that's broken.
because of it.
I think so.
'Cause
And
I
my left
know.
eye tears up on podcasts
I know.
and in stuffy rooms all the time.
I told you.
Yeah, it's because I cheated that one time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Only takes one time.
So
Now I
it's-
know this guy cheats because he was in the Coast Guard, and it's one thing I know about the Coast Guard people: they're all a bunch of cheating scoundrels.
I respect the people that protect my country.
Does the
So-
Coast Guard protect the country?
Yeah.
You're thinking of the Navy, I think.
No.
Yeah,
Listen.
Coast Guard cleans out our suicide victims. They're kind of they clean out.
Yeah, we're like garbage men. Really.
Yeah, they're like people who are cowards and kill themselves.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, I've had people, close people in my life that kill themselves. It's very sad. Rest in peace,
You think
Brody
they're all
Stevens.
cowards?
I
I don't.
Not all of them,
I think
but a
there's
lot
some
of
are
them.
tormented.
Some of them have had their chemistry changed from medications and drugs.
What about Robin Williams? What do you think about that?
I didn't know him at all, so it's hard for me to say. I think he was in a lot of pain, and he did it to escape the pain. And in that case, they're not cowards.
I know people say that he stole shit. You know what I mean? But I still love him.
He was, from my understanding, a sponge comedian. So my understanding is he was not purposely stealing.
That's what they say.
He would hear something funny, and then not think about it, and then think about it, and convince himself that he came up with it because he couldn't remember where he heard it.
I still love him.
Yeah.
Do you love him?
Yeah. Oh
Good.
man, Mrs. Doubtfire,
All the movies.
classic. Hook,
Hook. What's that one with the
Mr. the Robot, where he played the Bicentennial Man.
What about the one with the janitor and the chalkboard?
Oh, Goodwill Hunting.
So good.
Wait, was that the one? Is that the one you're thinking?
Yeah.
No, there he played a psychiatrist. in
Yeah,
Goodwill
yeah.
Hunting.
But it was, good movie. Jumanji.
Oh yeah, Jumanji. Yeah.
You
oh,
really
man.
like that one. Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
Different spelling, but
Well, arguable.
good. Yeah, that was a classic movie. Did you see the remake?
Yeah.
I
Not
didn't
bad.
see it. Oh, not bad. Okay.
Not bad. They
I
made
didn't
6
see
of them. So
it. Did they actually?
close to.
I thought they only have one remake
Oh.
with like Kevin Hart and The Rock.
Yeah, they did like 2, 3, maybe even 4.
Can you confirm this?
Do a quick search.
Oh, but not off the top of your head. You can't.
No. I'm legit. Kevin Hart's, he's getting action.
Okay. Well, thank you for doing the podcast.
What about advice? One last thing of advice. Okay. Give me some comedy advice.
Comedy
For
advice.
like stand-up comedy advice. Okay.
It's real simple.
What about? Can I make it a little more specific?
Mhm.
Material.
So it's hard for me to give you material advice because I've only seen you perform at shitty open mics. So I don't want to judge you and your comedy. I'd like, and I thought you. By the way, I thought you were very confident up there, and goofy.
Thank you.
And you made me laugh.
Well, thank you.
So I don't want to I don't feel right critique. I'm not a good enough comedian to where I feel right critiquing your comedy. But this is very vague general advice. And that I should take for myself. Easier said than done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the only way to get better at comedy.
Yes. Let me hear it.
Write as much as you can and perform as much as you can.
Fuck.
So constantly be working on new stuff and constantly be performing
right.
the new stuff.
I was hoping like something deeper.
That's simple.
That's simple.
And I'll say this: watch as much as you can. Watch comedy.
All right.
Listen to comedy. Be inspired. Not saying steal them, but there's nothing wrong. I think every good comedian, when they started,
Yeah.
they were like almost impersonating another comedian. I'm not saying doing their jokes, but I had jokes. My big influences in my head were like Daniel Tosh, Louis C.K., where I would listen to them and be inspired by them. Like, I want to be funny like that. You know what I mean? And kind of, I think, because no one has their voice down right when they start. There's people that think they do. There's plenty of people listening to this right now and going, I do. I have a voice. No, you don't. It takes time to figure it out.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with going up there and being influenced by your heroes.
Cool. I agree with all that.
Embrace the influence. Some people are like, I don't want to be like, I got to be my own unique self. You will be. You will be. If you write and you perform, you will be yourself.
That's what I'm on. That's the mission I'm trying to find.
But first, be funny. Before you could get funny as yourself, or no, I mean, you can get funny in any way you want. There's no rules to it. Also, don't listen to anything I'm saying.
Take
every piece of advice with a grain of salt. I'll say that.
I have a grain of salt.
That's another comedy advice that I'm not the first to say.
Grain of salt.
But there's no rules to comedy. There's no one path. There's no, you got to be funny how this guy told me to be. You got to be, because, everyone has their own method in their own brain. But in my opinion, first you want to get good and then better as you find yourself more.
Yeah.
But you could be a 21-year-old talking about surface level shit and getting laughs. There's nothing wrong with that. I know you feel like you don't have enough life experience. You could still make people laugh.
I think what is like I am planning.
You've been through a
for
heartbreak. You've been through shit.
Long career. I'm planning for a long career, and so I work as much as possible, but also I'm not trying to rush and be at the top
Sure.
right now because I know it would be unfortunate for me to get a big break right now because I want a little bit more of a grip of who I am.
You don't have to worry about
or
that. No
my
one's getting a
comedy.
big break in Detroit.
I know.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is just, I know it's a long road and I'm ready for that. I'm going to be here, baby, till I get canceled.
So for at least a week,
Yeah.
maybe a day.
I don't know how I'm not canceled.
I say that about myself. I know why I'm not canceled. I'm not successful. If I was successful, I'd be canceled.
There's nothing canceled.
Probably just from this episode.
Definitely.
Yeah. And
You're
I like
welcome.
that. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for coming, boys.
I had a great time.
God bless you both. And
Oh, thank you.
thank you
man.
for your service, Dominic, in the Coast Guard, the United States Coast Guard, the toughest military branch that our country has to offer.
It's true.
Don't let anyone say otherwise. The Coast Guard is our heroes, and they go through a rigorous basic training.
Yeah.
Definitely tougher than the Marine Corps, for sure. And Dominic, do you agree with that?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, just
Tougher than the Marines.
I think one advice for viewers, if you're on the edge of transitioning your gender, just do it.
If you're on the edge,
Mhm.
like
Just
don't overthink about it, and make sure just do it.
Just
Go
do
for
it.
it. Chop it off.
Do it. And if you just do it,
Chop it off.
chop it off, sew
Commit.
it on, whatever you have to do.
Yeah,
That's all my advice.
that's good advice, Noah.
Thank you for having me.
Noah, thank you. Check him out on Instagram, on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Check if you're in the Detroit area, maybe follow him around to open mics. Watch
Yeah.
him. That'd be cool. I did think about that. What if you were a famous open micer and the open mics were just packed with crowds because they wanted
Well-
to see you do open mics? That'd be dope.
I've had one mic actually. I had 6 people that knew me there already.
They just happen to know you
Well, 3 came from Milwaukee.
to watch you.
Yeah, and then 2 just happened to know me.
Wow,
And then so that's 5 actually. I lied. That's
that's
5.
still pretty cool.
Yeah. It was cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Did you have a good set in front of them?
I was hosting. But yes.
Oh, was it the one? Was that right before I got there the second time? Because I remember you had hosted your first
Yeah,
time and your
then it
parents
was.
went and watched, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
That was it. So it's cool.
Very cool. Okay,
This shit's gonna happen, baby.
it's gonna
And
happen.
you're gonna be here for it.
Thank you guys. God bless you. See you
Thank
next week.
Peace. Love you. Bye.
You're listening to
Unlicensed therapy with Ari Mannis.
Unlicensed Therapy with Ari Mannis.